My win today was pretty awesome. I think like most wins, but it's been a long time, since my last one, more than 2 years. So it was a pretty crazy race. Some incidents in the first corner, then Lewis going out in the lead, and then a good battle with my teammate Max. Had everything, which was fun, and yeah, pretty overwhelming, pretty emotional at the end. So super happy to get a win this year. The celebrations are pretty good. It's one of the races where it's close to home. Here it's from Perth, at least it's like a 5-hour flight. So there's a lot of Australians that come here, and yeah, there was a lot of shouts for doing the shoey. And I said last week in Singapore, I said I'll only do one if I win, and today was obviously a great little setting, and got Christian involved, Max, Nico. I saw plenty of people down there in the crowd doing one, so it was I think a very joyful podium today, really good atmosphere. Yeah, this win feels as good as the others. It has been a long time since Spa, 2014, and to do it here in Malaysia, it's a track that I haven't really had great results at in the past. Sure, some have been a bit unlucky, but it's not really a track I probably thought my next win would come. So it I guess makes it a bit sweeter. And in the heat today, it was physical. It was yeah, pretty exhausted after the race. So I think that sort of piled into the sort of emotion and that adrenaline drop afterwards as well. Yeah, the moment today when I thought I could actually win the race was, I guess, when I saw Lewis on the side of the track at turn 1, and that then put me in the hot seat. I was the new leader, and I just held Max off on his first real attack. So I was like, okay, well, if I can do this for 15 or so more laps, then it's mine. And part of me thought about Monaco, and I thought, okay, this is a bit of redemption or something, and I wasn't going to let the win get away from me when I obviously saw that. Yeah, the last stint, it was still pretty tight. Max was close, and I don't think he ever got within the DRS zone, but he was like 1.1 seconds or something, so he was just outside of it. And he's had really good pace all weekend, so I knew he would be strong and he would be there till the end. And for me, it was just trying to be mistake-free. It was hot. Concentration was, I would say, on the limit the last few laps, and obviously I had the pressure, and me putting pressure on myself just to get that win, knowing it was there pretty much on a platter for me, not wanting to let it slip. So, but yeah, good clean laps at the end, and I would say probably with 4 laps to go, I'd sort of built a lead again over him, and that's when I knew I could just get it home. Yeah, the battle with Max was it was fun. There was a few laps earlier where I had to defend a bit, but he was. We didn't really get alongside each other, I would say. But then that one when I defended into turn 4, as soon as I got to the apex, I thought, I knew he was going to do a switchback and cut across and get more grip on the exit. And I knew his tyres were fresher, so I was like, oh, he's probably going to get me into turn 5. But I managed to just find enough traction and stayed on the inside for 5, outside of 6. We were definitely on the limit, but I think fair, giving each other room. And then coming into turn 7, it was like, okay, who's going to brake later? And I was, on the cleaner line going into the braking zone, so I was like, well, I can probably afford to brake a bit later than him, so I'll just run it in a bit deep, and then hopefully he doesn't come sort of sliding into me. And yeah, we kept it clean, and that was fun. I think that was also for me, to hold on in that moment was a sort of a big motivation and a bit of encouragement for my race, doing that with the older tyres. The win, to get the win here in Malaysia was big, and now we go, we got a short turnaround, 1 more week, and we're in Suzuka, which personally is a circuit I've loved since I went there, the very first time, and I think as a team, sure, we performed very well here today, but I think it suits our car even more than it does here in Sepang. So, I don't want to come and say, yeah, we're going to win there as well, but we should be competitive to fight for another podium, and if I can keep spraying champagne, I'll be a happy man for the rest of the year.